Hello, I am Jennifer, and my speech assignment is going to be about mental health and anxiety. I have chosen this subject because I myself deal with those issues, and I just wanted to get into it and just talk about what it is and what can everyone do and able to help someone who is going through any mental health issues or anxiety. So I will be starting by saying that it has been shown and studied that some children develop it at a very young age because due to struggling either with school or issues with their families or parents, or they fight so much, and that ends up staying with them as they get older. And that develops into anxiety and having trust issues later on in the future with anyone else or anyone who is trying to have a relationship with them. And it could be also the fact that it could be something that they watch online or TV. It gives them an idea about what the world is when it really isn't, when that's the case. Also, there has been shown that, well, it's been proven that when it's not treated, well, anxiety and depression and just anything that has to do with mental health, when it is not treated properly, it comes with uncertain circumstances. They end up either wanting to hurt themselves physically and emotionally. So when it's not treated with the right amount of help, it could be a huge issue. That's why it's recommended to try to see a therapist and try to see what the solution could be, or a little bit more understanding to how they can help this person reach a certain goal. What also helps, according to a source that I have been watching for a while, her name is Acacia Kersey, and she has uploaded a video on YouTube talking about what it's like to have anxiety when you have an episode, what is the best way to deal with it. And what she would recommend, these are her personal tips, not something that could probably work for everyone, is just try to keep a balanced routine throughout your day. That way you don't have to be thinking about the issues you have. And also, let's say you're having an episode where you're having an anxiety attack in public or somewhere and you're not near your home. The best thing to do is to try to breathe and look at the color that's nearest to you and try to think of other things of the same color as well. And it's just little things that you can think about, anything else that can get you to calm down and not think about the anxiety attack you're having. And I interviewed a friend of mine, her name is Paola. I asked her, what is the best way for someone that you love to help you with these kind of things? And she said to me that as long as they are there for you, that's all that matters. When having an anxiety attack, she has a few, unfortunately. She tries to just stay away from everyone because it could end up to her snapping or saying something she will regret when they are just trying to help her. So the main point is that as long as you are trying to help them and making sure that they know that you are there for them, that's more than enough. Another thing that that has been noticed is that whenever somebody's struggling with these kind of issues, is that it is shown physically later on. For example, this person can stop eating or they can overeat, and there's physical differences later on. Myself included, I have been struggling with anxiety and mental health issues for a while, since I was 13, and I just recently started seeing a therapist this year. And it has been helping because they also try to give you some tips about any backup plans in case something goes bad, and they tell you, okay, we need to have a backup plan for just in case you don't feel so sure about what to do next, or if you're having dark thoughts. So according to the ScienceDaily.com website, it is proven that some children do develop these issues at a young age, unfortunately. And it varies from the ages from 8 to 14. That's when a child is developing their brain more and they're growing more. And it's just a very difficult thing for a lot of people to be dealing with. Some of them may not even say anything and they just keep this to themselves. So let's just say someone in your family is struggling with these issues and they don't want to say anything because they feel like they're going to be a burden. It's always good to be checking on them every once in a while to make sure that they're doing okay, and just trying to understand what they're going through. You need to have the patience for it. That's one thing that's for sure, and that's coming from me, because the people that I love that are in my life don't really understand what it's like to have anxiety and depression, but they do their best to be there for me. And even when I want to be alone, I have even told them that when it happens to just try to let me breathe, be alone for a little bit, but not that long. Also, trying to get out of bed is a hard thing to do, especially when you're having an episode and you just don't want to do anything. You lose the motivation to do things that you love, and that's a huge struggle for me as well. And what Acacia Kersey has said on her YouTube video is that there will be times that you just don't want to surround yourself with anybody else, and one of the best things to do is to try to come up with a non-repetitive routine. And you can start that with stop being on social media so much, stop scrolling through your apps, because the internet, it cannot be a healthy place, especially for someone who struggles with these kind of issues. And it's just, I personally think that things have gone a little worse, because let's say, for example, on Twitter, someone could be talking about that they want to hurt themselves and nobody is trying to reach out to them, and then their family can find out later on that they were having these kind of problems, and they blame themselves for not being there for them at all times. But that's the thing, is just that the best way to help everyone that may be going through these issues is just reaching out and helping, and just try to get them some help, even if they don't want it. I was stubborn at first. I didn't want any kind of help. I thought I could deal with it on my own, but it turns out that it made things a little better. I'm still working on it to this day, even with this pandemic going on. And yeah, this is a very personal subject for me. I thought I could try to share or do my best on informing you guys about it, and just let me know how I did, and thank you.